Eternal Kings do have Snapfire, so Faceless Void is a iffy for DarkW for head. So they just need to make sure if they're gonna go for it or not. As I was saying, counters Arc Warden. If you go Metamorphosis and Arc Warden bubbles, the whole essence of Terrorblade is destroyed. You need to walk and move your position. And as a Terrorblade, you don't want to do it. You want to be this turned like a Medusa and hit everyone in your path. Very interesting bans coming from DarkW for head. Banning out the Skywrath Mage and Sanking. You technically want some kind of burst, especially like a Sanking Burrow Strike with Epicenter, or Skywrath Mage to silence and kill this Terrorblade, but looks maybe Eternal Kings might have a player who plays it. Looks like Artios plays it. Plays both heroes actually, Skywrath and Sanking, as well as Wind Ranger, so it's they're focusing the pause 4 and making sure that he doesn't get some kind of flexible or comfort hero to play. Phantom Lancer and Zeus. Terrorblade, it's a weird thing with Terrorblade. You usually don't pick items to clear waves on Terrorblade, and Phantom Lancer just can kite around you and do damage and remove your mana, and so that you prevent Sunder. It's a matchup that goes both ways. But as we were talking about the burst damage, they do remove the Zeus. You don't want to be hit into combos and Zeus ulted and eventually die, especially for someone who is low health but high armor. And DarkW for head, ban out the Ember Spirit. There's still Mars for Eternal King to pick up. Mars is really good currently. He's one of the best offlaners next to Doom, Magnus, and Slaughter. I think Slaughter is also making a small comeback. I've been seeing him in a couple of my pubs. He's doing a bit okay, but he has a ramp-up time for him to come on. So I think Eternal King should pick someone who is aggressive, especially can utilize Snapfire. Maybe a Centaur so that they can run away. Mars is looking really good, so you can go for the Snapfire and Mars combo. Both lane as well as late game team fight. There is a Venomancer, so and Mars usually don't really pick up a pipe early on. They go for the Val's Blink. So maybe Eternal King can be looking for someone who can remove magical damage, maybe Oracle. Bring up a save for this Terrorblade, keep the save going. Looks like they're gonna go Clockwork, keeping their picks flexible. A lot of people have been playing Snapfire pause 3, Clockwork pause 4, and vice versa. So this Clockwork can be flexed into a pause 3 or pause 4, and I haven't even seen some people play pause 5, but it's usually with the Drow Ranger, so that you capitalize on that cogs into and killing with the Drow Ranger. I believe Zai from Team Secret has been experimenting with Snapfire. Underlord, the other side of the classic offlaners. I think there's currently only 3 good offlaners, or 4. There's Sanking, Doom, there's Mars, and there's Underlord. I think these are the normal, and there's a Bloodseeker too, but he's a different kind of offlaner. He's not that tanky frontliner. He's just hit and run, dispersion, and the team fights kind of situations. Eternal Kings probably. I do really like the Oracle pick still. There's Underlord, there's Venomancer, and I feel like Oracle can help this Terrorblade have a really good lane. Has a purge for the Terrorblade and can provide constant heals. There's also Warlock if they want to go mega on the team fight and blow people up. Dazzle isn't too bad. Dazzle can fight against his Underlord or zone him out completely. But Oracle seems to be really good. Stops all the burst damages. Eternal King go for the Necrophos pick, keeping all their options pretty open. Same thing. They can keep this as pause 3, makes a pipe, makes Guardian Greaves, heals the Terrorblade when needed, provides all the auras possible so that Terrorblade has this constant heal from Guardian Greaves as well as pipe. Some pause for Snapfires also make Guardian Greaves, but I think currently they're going the Axe Rush, or at least getting an item like Force Staff or Yule's, then going Axe. just to shoot people or shoot a creep to stun them. It's been really good. Not nice damage and nice stun. I believe it's a 3-second stun with Axe, where you gobble something and throw. Especially if you throw the clockwork, he can battery assault someone. I feel like this is Snapfire Pause 5. I think it's a Snapfire Pause 5 with Pause 4 Clockwork just to go around, and Pause 3 Necrophos. Depending on what kind of matchup Necro might get if it's flexed into mid lane. I only know what heroes they play. I sadly don't know what lanes they go. Especially because most of the heroes they play are really flexible. At least that's what I got from Dota Buff. I think DarkW for head needs some kind of constant physical damage, some kind of armor precursor. I feel like they're lacking a bit in that section. I'm not sure if I like the Morphling. There is a Necro already in the pool. And when you go full strength, and if you come to half health, Necro can still kill you. And if you're at low health, Necro can still even kill you. I think it's a hard Morphling game. But they don't have much stuns. There's only Clockwork and Snapfire, which are not reliant stuns. So it might not be too bad. And you always have the ability to turn into Terrorblade, take the Metamorphosis because it's not an ult, and turn on the side of Eternal King. So basically, DarkW for head essentially have a Terrorblade in all fights if Morphling decides to turn into Terrorblade. That's one advantage you get from playing Morphling as Terrorblade. Especially use the refraction against the Eternal Kings, but they don't have any kind of physical damage heavy people who tremble under for the refraction or reflection. Looks like Eternal Kings think that it might be. They're banning offliners. They took out Axe, which is kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure Underlord cannot be flexed, or can be, maybe. I think I heard someone saying that mid Underlord is a thing now, and people are playing it. Maybe they are doing it. Who knows? But I'm 100% sure this is Underlord who is a pause 3, unless they do some kind of weird thing and stretch it into pause 1, maybe with a pause 2 Morphling. DarkW for head, remove most of the trapping heroes like Storm and Puck, Alzamber, making sure that this Morphling essentially has a really good game. They have a tank, they have damage from Morphling. I think they just maybe need some more lockdown on the side of DarkW for head. Shadow Demon, okay. I actually have no clue where. I think it's mid tiny. We were talking about it could be also Wendmancer paused. I don't like Underlord being anything other than an offlaner. I think he provides so much from being offlane, and if he is pushed into this mid or safe lane, I don't think he provides the same thing. I think Eternal Kings need some kind of space maker, someone who can buy time for the Terrorblade, maybe Void Spirit. Monkey King, same thing. Same set of thing that Void Spirit does. You keep going around the map, trying to kill people and do damage and harass people and bring people towards you. I think Han Mingsley is a support player, if I'm not mistaken, and Apex is their safe laner, so it's safe to assume that this Morphling is a pause 1, but it could be also pause 1 because I believe in the lobby chat they were saying that Skater plays mid for Eternal Kings. So it's a offlane Necro with a safe with a mid Monkey King. So as a Morphling, you shouldn't have much of a hard time playing against a Monkey King. And it looks like it is a mid-tiny? I actually don't know. We'll go into the game and we can see. Of Game 1 of League of Lads Season 5 between Eternal Kings versus DarkW for head.